Hey there, good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Football News and Tips. Here we analyze football, breaking everything down for easier understanding. We also do football predictions and also news on transfers and updates on every club. Kindly note that we do not fan any club, we only give sincere and unbiased football analysis. Kindly subscribe to my channel to keep getting good and wonderful contents on everything football. Today I am going to tell you why Amorim failed at Manchester United last season, in full detailed and analytical manner, giving you illustrations and proof, and then I will also tell you how he wants to play next season and what he has done to make that happen, so please stick with me to the end of the video while I walk you through. So firstly we would start with how Manchester United usually line up during Ten Hag tenure in management. This was Ten Hag's team. He used to beat Manchester City in the FA Cup finals. Ten Hag won trophies with this team. The players were scoring goals, especially Rashford. He scored a total of 30 goals in his first season under Ten Hag, and even when he lost form Ganarcho scored goals too, and Manchester United were playing with wingers until Ten Hag left and Amorim came. I'm heading somewhere, kindly stick with me. When Amorim took over, he used the same players. He didn't sign anyone until January. This was how Manchester United lined up. Rashford and Garnacho were the two number 10s for United, and Bruno and Casemiro played deep. Man United didn't even have a left back. Dalot had to fill in that spot for United. Now these two number 10s are not really number 10s, but they are outright traditional wingers. They had to fill the spot because that's what United had. Now these players were not filling that position well the way the 3-4-2-1 was supposed to be. Now they were still playing as flank wingers, drifting wide and leaving the midfield completely because that was all they could relate to in order to be productive. And then Bruno has to come up to fill in that number 10 spot, and then Casemiro was the only pivot player standing in an ocean alone, and the midfield became 5 hectares of free land for any buyer who wants to explore. These players only cut in to score goals, and apart from that they are always wide trying to beat their marker and pull in crosses. Now out of possession, this is how the team looks. Imagine how empty that midfield looks. The opponents just run through with the ball whenever and however they wish. Manchester United were just shapeless, running like headless chickens, no shape, no pattern, just vibes. The only thing that was visible was the formation, but the tactics was not known. They conceded many goals and even the wingers were not productive. So it was a failed season for Manchester United last season. Now here is what Amorim did. He made sure he did away with those two wingers who he played as number 10s. The media said he has issues with the players. Yes, that was what we saw, but the truth remains, they weren't his kind of players. That was why he left them out of the team and made sure they left the club, and then he bought two new number 10s who are ball-playing wingers, who also can play as midfielders, who can hold on to the ball and also give good passes to both the midfielders and the attackers, who also can link up plays well and not just run to the wing to beat their marker and cut in to score, but actually show the midfield presence of their play, and these two guys are very wonderful utility players. Now here is how Amorim wants to use them. Moving forwards, these two players are both midfielders and not wingers. They are going to play under the main striker and above the double six. They are going to dictate the play for both the midfielders and the wing backs. Now who are the main wingers? The wing backs are the wingers of the formation. They are the ones allowed to go wide and make those runs behind the opponents, while the midfielders provide them with the ball. They could either square play into the striker, or give a pass back to the number 10s to score, or they could even score themselves like it happened in their last game. It was Mason Mount who played as one of the 10s together with Ahmad. Here is where Mason Mount was when he gave that pass to Dorgu and Dorgu scored. Imagine if it were Garnacho in Mount position, can he give such pass? You see why United failed last season, and many United fans doubted the formation. Now here is how they look without the ball. The midfield forms something like a pyramid. Look how compact the team looks. It's difficult to break through a team like this. It is really difficult. It's called a massive attack and a massive defense. Now immediately they are on possession. Here is how they look. The wing backs makes runs. The midfield is fully occupied, and then the defense keep a high line and they press the living daylight out of opponents. Bournemouth can attest to that. If you have watched to this point of the video, kindly give a like to this video. Please hit on the subscribe button not to miss on any of my analysis and predictions. See you again soon. We remain Football News and Tips.